guys, it's Taylor. So today my video is a little bit different. The other week I went and saw a psychic, kind of just for fun, just to see what she said. Yeah, I just thought I'd document what she said and kind of use this as a little time capsule so I can look back in a few years' time and see if any of the things that she predicted came true. Now I know that psychics can get a lot of controversy. I didn't go to a psychic medium, so someone who sees dead people. I went to just a psychic. And yeah, so if you don't believe in this, that's totally fine. I'm a little bit skeptical, but I have an open mind. So, you know, I'll go in there a little bit cautious, but I'll be willing to change my mind depending on the person and their abilities. And I know that some people are naturally gifted or born with it, with the ability to see into the future or that kind of thing, but I also know that some people either learn it or they are able to pick up on cues from body language and all that stuff. So I just want to let you know that I went in there trying not to give off anything. Like, I just sat still, blank face, and I was just like, okay. I didn't say, oh yeah, or no, that's not right, or give any kind of like clue. Well, I tried not to anyway, and I don't think that she did pick up on anything because it was a little bit off. So I'm going to tell you how it went. So we got recommended this lady, by the way, as well. I asked my mum whether she could ask some of her friends to see if they knew anyone who was good, like had accuracy in the past. And yeah, so we went to a marketplace. This lady was located at a local market, and it wasn't expensive at all, which I also recommend doing if you're a first timer like me. I haven't ever been to a psychic before. My mum has been to one a couple of times, I think, and on occasion they have actually picked up on her children, me and my sister. So they have said like, oh, you know, your eldest daughter, this is happening, or she needs to do this, or blah blah blah. So on occasion they have been correct, but I've never had someone personally read me in any way, like no tarot cards, nothing. So it was kind of interesting to get it done. But yeah, anyway, back on subject. I went to this lady's little market stall thing and it wasn't expensive. I had a 15-minute reading, and we got told before we went that she takes a piece of jewelry, so like your most worn or your favourite piece of jewelry, and that's how she kind of reads into you a little bit, like it holds your energy. So I chose this necklace that I wore pretty much religiously nearly every day for a year. This was last year, so I thought that was most relevant compared to something like this, which I only recently got. But I did offer my earrings because I wear them every day, and my nose ring. I've had this since I was like 16, so I thought, you know, maybe she would be able to pick up on that a little bit better for something that I've had for a long time. But she was like fine with the necklace. So yeah, I gave her my necklace, and she, you know, did her thing. She's like, oh, I can see, do you have some kind of like cards, like not, she's like tarot cards, but she's like reading cards, and she's like, I can see you do readings for yourself or for other people. And that's really funny because I do have a pack of cards like that. They're not necessarily tarot cards, like the typical standard, but they are kind of like, they're like oracle cards, I guess, and they have different things on it. So if you ask them like a question about love, and it will say like change is a good thing or blah blah blah, and you kind of just interpret it into your own life. So I do have a pack of those cards, which is interesting, and they were gifted to me from my mum, but I haven't used them in a very long time. And the funny thing is, I was cleaning out my drawers the other day and I saw them and I was like, oh, I haven't seen these in ages, like I haven't used them in a while. But I didn't actually use them, so I just kind of saw them and recognized them. So I thought that was funny that that was the first thing she picked up on, because I saw them, you know, like a few days before I went and got the reading done. So yeah, that was interesting. And she said that I will learn more about them and do more readings for other people. And I thought that was very odd because I've never thought of doing that. Yeah, she said that I would do it in like a shop, and it would be south. And she said now south can be, you know, south as in Brisbane or Sydney, like very south, or it could be, you know, just the next town over. Because she said I have a very good intuition, I think is what she said, yeah, which I do agree with, but I think everyone has a good like gut feeling, I guess, of themselves. But she was kind of saying that I'm good at I'm good at it with other people, or I don't know, something like that. She said that I'm also very creative, and that she sees that I make things a lot, and I draw and paint and all that kind of stuff, which is funny because I do. And yeah, she said that I will do a market stall with another girl, and I will be making things and selling them in this market stall. And it was funny because the whole time she was like going like this, and I was like, what the hell does this mean? She was like, like, so I don't know if she was putting on an act or something, but I was like, oh, okay, like, am I making necklaces, or, I don't know, like, it was just funny that she was going like that. But yeah, she said I'll do it with this other girl, and either the other girl will have her own things that she'll make and give to me, or that I will do it with her, or I don't know, something like that. Yeah, so that was funny that she said that, and she said it wasn't the market that we were at that day, but it was another one kind of close by, a little bit further away. And yeah, and then she said, she was like, yeah, you'll do those things, but your bread and butter will be, well, that's how she put it, my bread and butter, so my money maker will be hospitality. And inside, I was kind of like, oh, like my heart just sank. I was like, really? I was like, hospitality, like, because that's not really something that I want to do. And yeah, I didn't show that to her. I didn't like say anything else. I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, definitely hospitality. You're gonna get into it very soon, and she's like, you're gonna really enjoy it. You're most likely gonna be like along the line of a waitress, not like a chef, like preparing the food. And even then, I was like, oh my god, like, because I like baking, so I was like, oh, if it's baking, like maybe I could do that. But yeah, I was like, waitressing. You know, I have nothing against hospitality, but it's just that at this age that I'm at, I kind of want to be on track somehow to my main goal, or to the next goal that I want to achieve, and hospitality doesn't have like anything to do with what I want to do. So yeah, it was kind of disappointing that at this time in my life I'm doing hospitality. It wasn't like, you know, for when I was 15 and I just wanted a job and wanted money. This is like the time in my life where I want to do something that I love doing, and I want to, like, you know, be on the right path. So it was a little bit disappointing that she said that. So then she said something a little bit interesting. She said, when I'm about 23, 24, that I will move up north and live and work on the, like, islands that are up there. And now in northern Queensland, we do have the Great Barrier Reef that runs along the coast. So naturally there are islands. And yeah, she said, so it'd basically be living up there and working either on the Whitsundays or like Hamilton Island or something like that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And she said that the reason that I'll go is because one of my friends, she will go, and then after a little while I kind of will be like, well, why not? And so I'll just kind of be like, why can't I do that? And which sounds like something that I would do. And so I will do my own research and look up jobs and all that kind of stuff. And so I'll move there, and I will live there for 2 years. And then she dropped the H-bomb again and said that I would be doing hospitality again. And by this stage, it was kind of just, all I could hear was hospitality, hospitality, hospitality. So I was kind of like, ah, stop saying hospitality. Again, not because I have anything against hospitality, but especially now when I heard that, and she said that I was going to be 23 or 24, and I was like, I'm still doing hospitality. Like, I'm 19 now. So in like literally 5 years, I'll still be doing hospitality. That's like really disappointing. And I mean, like, I guess I can change my mind and I might end up doing it and really liking it and decide that's what I want to do with my life. At this point in time, I'm kind of like, oh, really? Like, that's not what I want to do. So it's just like really annoying that that's what she said. But I mean, who knows? So yeah, I'll be there for 2 years, and then when I come back, I will bring someone with me, and there'll be a very special someone. So yeah, it's kind of weird. It'll be interesting to see what happens. So yeah, that was pretty much what she summed up. Again, like I said, I only had 15 minutes with her, and it sounded like that was all that she was getting anyway. So if I had half an hour, I think she would have just dwelled more and more on hospitality. So that was my experience with her, and it was fun and very interesting to see. I'm definitely not going to let this dictate my choices in life and change my mindset or what I want to do, because I don't think that should be the thing. I don't think, you know, if you shouldn't sit back, and I'm not going to do this either. I'm not going to sit back and get all like, oh, well, if I'm meant to do hospitality, then that's what I'll do, and like, that's not the right kind of way to think about it. You shouldn't be like, oh, well, that's my fate, so that's what I have to do. You know, you can change it, and I think that's the fun part about going to see someone like that. You know, either you'll be like, oh yeah, I like the sound of that, or you'll be like, oh, actually, I don't really like that, and you'll try hard not to do that. So I probably will do that. I'll probably try even harder to go on the track that I actually want to do. And afterwards, when me and my mum were driving home, we were having a little chat about what I'd been through, and we were kind of saying, you know, the people who do these kind of things like mediums and psychics, they probably get just a bunch of random things come to their mind and they just kind of say it, or they interpret it themselves. So like when she got the word south, you know, it might just be like south in her head, whereas south could actually mean Brisbane, Sydney or Melbourne, or rather than, you know, the next town over. Or south could mean like Antarctica, literally, like, you know. So, and it's the same with north, like working up north and on the islands could mean North Queensland, or it could mean the Greek islands, you know. So it's so broad, and I think you need to not take it to heart too much and be like, oh, well, you know, I can't move to Sydney now because she said I'm only moving to the next town. Like, yeah, don't look at it like that. It could literally be anything, and it's what you make of the information that's being given you. But I think this will be interesting to keep as a time capsule and see whether I'm doing any of these things in the future. That's all I have for you guys today, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. And leave me any comments below if you've had any psychic or medium experiences, and let me know if they were like true or just kind of funny, or just, I don't know, I like reading that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you want to follow me on social media, all my links will be in the down bar as always. And yeah, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye!